Welcome to Club Wisdom 8. There's not much time left, so I want to get through the cave. On normal, yes, I have completed the cave. Well, I don't want to get through the cave, I just want to get further in the cave. So if I go to hard, yeah, I've gone through from the beginning, and I'm up until 66. Now, a few weeks ago, I would say I was stuck on around 39, and then all of a sudden I cleared that and managed to get to maybe 40 something, and then cleared that. So I think I want to share some of my ideas with you. But what's important to note is that this underground cave shop, it says 25 days, but it actually finishes in a few hours because of the update. So, and if you look at the underground cave shop, actually I need two more of these so that I can try and go for a legendary weapon summon scroll. So this is really important. So I really have to pass 66 and 67, which have been, I'm going to say, literally impossible for me. So although I haven't had many goes, I just don't really believe I can pass them. So let's try and figure out what to do. First of all, I want to figure out who am I against. So let's just let's stick them. Yeah, let's just have a look and remind myself who am I against. So shooters, lots of shooters, all shooters, shooter. And I remember there was going to be more somewhere else. Anyway, so loads of shooters. So let's go back and make a preparation to take on the shooters. Okay. Remember the efficacy. Seems that sword units would be good against shooters, and cavalry units would be good against shooters as well. So those are the two excellent ones. So if it's going to be sword units on shooters, I'm going to have to probably choose a sword group. But also, because there's so many of them, I think I might honestly go for, although generally speaking, time is an issue, this time I might just, yeah, although Mercedes is not sword, I could have her take a lot of sword units with me. So let's look for my favorite swordsman. So not many good ones to choose from, but and I need to take into account a healer as well. So maybe I think a Panthera would be quite good. I don't remember if, I think her minions are classed as swordsmen. Anyway, so this is like the first thing. Let's look at it from the point of efficacy. Okay, so let's see if I can have any advantage here. I'm probably not going to, but why not? Why not have a go? So, and take a Tory as usual. Tory would be nice. I need some kind of healer. Now, I need the best swordsman I can muster. Wisdom 8 shouldn't be a problem there, but I don't think swordsmen are enough, to be honest. I need a lot more. I don't have proper cavalry. I don't have many cavalry units, but I do have some, but I don't think it will work. There's just too many archers. I don't see how cavalry could work, so I'm not going to bother. I'll add a healer for fun. Let's see what else I can add. It doesn't really matter if I lose because I can try again, right? That's the nice thing about this, I'd say. I would prefer to have Empire to go with Mercedes. Now, what else can I do? So if I'm going to have a new bunch of heroes, who else could I take? Personally, I'd want range to go behind. So I have two choices. I could take archers or magicians. So generally speaking, like most people, I think it's probably better to have this team behind and have some magicians. So Aisha is great, her faction's great. So Aisha's probably number one. And who else is going to be able to be there? And Celiaz, I think Celiaz can actually join this team. So probably I'll get rid of Zenith. I'll put Celiaz on this team. And yeah, so let's see what we can do. And let's see who else we could have. I want as much ranged damage as possible. Ellen, Sasha. Who else? I mean, Aisha's already the healer. Kurumi might be good. In fact, Kurumi would be brilliant. In fact, Kurumi's probably the best. If I'm going to have a magic team, and if you're going to use a magic team, Kurumi's going to be one of the best. Why? Because what her magic circle does is she reduces the magic defense of enemies by 50% for 15 seconds. I think this actually is, in one respect, too good. This could actually be the make or break with a team. So let's see if this will work. But you must remember, I've already tried it like this anyway, so I don't have much hope. I don't care about their defense, so I'm going to equip these guys first. These guys will do the tanking. Now, you must remember, although my lightning magicians don't have a very strong skill level, they're probably like 5, 6, 7. Like, if you guys, like, although I've awakened them, I haven't taken, well, not many of them, I haven't taken them up very far, so they're not very strong. So this could be a huge disadvantage to me. So I expect maybe not to be able to clear with enough time left. So that should be the biggest problem. But let's have a look. Let's see what happens. Honestly, I think if this team doesn't do it, I mean, considering I'm using Mercedes, my question is, what else is going to be able to do this? Am I going to have to be very specific with the type of weapons I use? But you must remember, how many am I against? I'm against so many archers. So I'm not sure if I can really break through here. Now you yourself, you're going to have to start thinking, what are you going to do? Now, in one respect, there is another way I could upgrade this bunch, but I'm not going to do that yet. If I lose, I will do it. Now, at least that means I have options. So the plan B will be, if the other team messes up, I will try to use Shamak. Now, just like I told you about Kurumi lowering the enemy's magic defense, Shamak does the same, except he lowers physical defense of the other side. So Kurumi and Shamak become some of your most important and most valuable players. So if you really want to push far, you're going to have to invest in upgrading those two heroes. That's why I rank them so high in the ranking list. You do not underestimate Shamak, and you do not underestimate Kurumi. Kurumi, in one respect, is so amazing because she can summon and she can debuff. So yeah, this is going to be very interesting. My aim is going to be to keep these guys behind. So I don't remember where everyone's going to go, but they always seem to separate. We don't want that. We don't want them to separate at all. Okay, so let's see. I'm a bit worried about having Ellen on the team, to be honest, but anyway, let's have a go. Let's see how this works out. Yep, so good. The magicians are starting behind. Everyone's running in. Sasha's doing the job. But let's see. Take it off the camera. So what's going to happen here? It looks like we have long-range magicians as well. No one's died. It's a bit of a surprise, to be honest. But I do remember straight after this, I'm going to die. They're all going to come and get me. So is it going to be about positioning? It's 2020. Still got a full team. So what's going to happen now? What changes everything? Okay, so what we have here, it looks like our, I would call them spear users. So the mess is that they changed to spear users. We still have long range, and the big problem is they're coming from everywhere. So this is forcing my team to spread out. And look at that. Look at that. They're all by themselves. and Celias died once, so I have to bring Celias back. The worst thing is look at that. My teams are losing out here. They're exposed. Team B is exposed. So at the moment, this isn't looking good. But if I remember correctly, yeah, maybe my sword unit. My sword unit is good against spear, so there shouldn't be a problem with the swords here. But I'm still losing, completely losing. Mercedes died as well. So yeah, we're at 1 minute. I don't have enough units to keep going. I keep reviving Mercedes, it's just not enough. I need to know why. Are they getting healed? So Mercedes again. So it's quite interesting to see them all in here. Perhaps if I drew them all in here, maybe this could work. There's only 30 seconds left, so I don't think I'm definitely not going to be able to do it. But Celia has managed to revive, but yeah, no more. It's just Mercedes. So if we look at the statistics, Mercedes held it, Kurumi did a good job, and Ellen comes last in terms of the magicians. Well, kind of, compared to Celias. Celias couldn't hold them off. This is really getting complicated, to be honest. So I'm going to look at the weapon. I'm going to look at the equipment. I'm still going to keep the same team, but it also seems like my team aren't strong enough. I think I'm okay with this. I think the reflection damage, which isn't very good, is still okay for now. I think I will. Can I up it? No, I don't have enough gold. Immune to stun and knockback. I'm not sure they really stun me, so I'm going to change. I'm going to have to change and see what else Mercedes can do. Maybe if I went crit, that would be a bit difficult. So I think melee. I think if I give her that 20% extra, that probably will help her a lot. But who should be able to? Empire Royal Cavalry. This might work if I think I'll have him immune for now. Should be another ring. Yep, there we go. I think that will do. And I think what I'm going to do is I want to remove Ellen. I don't, you know, she's awakened, she's got everything, but she's just not performing well enough. Perhaps I could have Lean. Perhaps that would work out. Or Drusilla to stun. Or I could just go to archers and look at the werebeasts. It's a difficult situation. Difficult. I think, yeah, very troublesome. I think I'm going to remove someone from Team 1. I think Panthera definitely should go for Team 2. So let's get rid of her. There we go. Move her to Team 2 and let her have a buff from Aisha. That's good. And remember what I said about Shamak. So let's see. Let's give him Shamak. And maybe let's change the formation and just have a bottom left circle shooting formation, because they can get some good buffs. Okay, so let's see how that works. And let's see Shamak. Let's equip him. That would do. Let's see what will happen now. Let's see if there's any major differences. So I'm relying on Shamak now to get the job done. Also, I think I might try and pull everyone back, but to do that means a lot of my people will get killed. So that's not going to be easy. In fact, maybe the easiest way is to pull these guys back. So I'll keep an eye on, because I could have Celias revive everyone, right? So let's see how the magicians work and just keep an eye on them. Perhaps turn off auto move. Okay, so the problem is up there, and then they end up just going down there. So the problem is with Mercedes group. They all went straight forwards and they didn't come back to help. Let's see if I can get them all back. Okay, so maybe if I put everyone together here, maybe this could change a lot of things. But look at that lightning match. Not a good position. And where is Mercedes? In the wrong place. So let's see. If I can surround them and keep Celias protected somehow, maybe things could be a tiny bit better. Still not that much better. Okay, so the problem I'm having here is speed. Speed is slow. They're all in different places, so it's quite hard to get to all of them. If I had them all in one place instead of... So it seems the bottom ones have gone. Nearly. But if I had these top ones to come lower, that would really help. So I think this is the biggest problem. However, I'm going to say, see, look at this bottom one. It's a waste of time. This wastes a lot of time, but I must say, there's 40 seconds left, and this is going very well. So I think we can see Shamak plays a big role here. Wow. Okay, so this is the first win, and I'm very, very happy about this. Very happy. Kurumi took 31%. I think she is underestimated, and you really need to utilize her. Shasha. Now this is interesting. Toto King did better. She came at 4 for damage, right? Whereas before it was before it was Panthera. I think what's interesting, look at the cavalry unit. In terms of the soldiers, I don't, like most of you, I don't use cavalry. And look how much he took off. I must admit, 13% is amazing for what it beat my expectation. Meaning that it seems if cavalry might be very, very important for this. Aisha's still very important because of the buff she gives to everyone else. And Celias, yeah, maybe without her nothing would have happened. So this is really good. I've never got to the next stage before, and I only need one more stage to be happy. But let's see what happens. Here goes. In fact, before that, I want to see... It's hard to see on this, so I just switch it around. I want to see the soldier, the cavalry. Yeah, so it was this one. I awakened him. I just randomly chose one cavalry, level 5, nothing high, and I just decided to see how would he work. And it's shocking that Mercedes buffing him had such a major impact. This is really amazing. So I'm putting him at the front. Yeah, so I'm thinking there's not much time left, but let's see if we can beat the next stage. Okay, both sides, top, middle, bottom. Oh god, every side. So this is not good at all. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything else that I need to check about this level? Is there a flag? If there's a flag, then I just need to get someone there. No flag, so it's defend. And we've been completely wiped out. This is awful. This is awful, but We see sword units. I think dogs will come up as sword. We've got sword units. We've got spear units. Okay, so everything is completely on its head now. For me, I think, isn't it interesting that everyone, if I could get everyone to crowd round a few heroes and then work on them on the outside, that could work very well. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the formula, and it was spear. There was spear and sword. So spear and sword are generally, spear is good against cavalry, and sword is good against everything. So I think it's like they have a team that can beat everything. So what I'm going to do, what I think I'll do is, yeah, it's a complete change of composition. I think sword remains the best to defend and attack. I don't think my magicians are strong enough to hold out. So everything must change. I have to bulk unequip. So equipping is going to be important here. I've already increased the range evasion, and I don't remember if they were throwing things. So maybe I don't need to increase range evasion. Maybe just the physical defense, I think. So I think a circle shooting formation would do very well. And to get rid of, to take out the cavalry unit. Should I take out Shamak? Well, this is a good question, but Shamak remains Shamak is a very, very important one. So I need to keep him. But how? I think I'll put him in the other group. So I think I'm going to change the style of the groups. Okay, so this is not going to be easy. Okay, so let's see. Where is cavalry? Royal cavalry is there. Okay, so I want to defend as long as possible. And I think in order to do that, Mercedes must be protected and Celias must be protected to keep Mercedes going. And I need to think, what else can I do with Mercedes? You could see Mercedes kept the whole thing running. So oh, did you see that? Oh no, that's because I unequipped. So I think before I had the melee evasion, and that was exactly what I needed. That's probably what kept her alive for so long. So theoretically, I want to push this ring up to 20. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at what the other equipment is. So maybe reflection damage wasn't suitable because there was no healers there, and reflection is not a very good choice. But look at this one. Although it's level 13, I think this one could be better. So let's undo that. And what about this? Max HP up by 10%. And what I'm looking at is actually the refine. There's a melee Eva. Let's see if anything else. So HP, melee damage down. Now, I think I'm going to try that. So let's undo that. So this is going to be a huge change for Mercedes. Reflection damage, nope. Is there anything with melee? Range damage, but it has a melee EVA. The others do not, but it does increase the physical defense. But that physical defense is 45, and there's also a physical defense of 10.8% increase. I think I'll try these boots. Now, I have an ultimate skill cooldown, meaning every, I think, 27 seconds she will do her amazing stun ability. What else can I do? I think one ring is good enough. I think there's not much else I can do for her at this rate. That's the best. So that's Mercedes. I want healing. In terms of healers, I do also think I rate Devs extremely high. Devs is amazing because of what she can throw. What she throws at enemy doesn't just deal magic damage. It stops them healing. So, but at the same time, and other debuffs. But I don't think actually they're healing. But I think I might still put her on the other team. Now, Lavia can heal everyone, but doesn't heal by much. But still, doesn't discriminate. So I think Lavia will be good. Ideally, I'd like Cobbs, but there's no room for Cobbs here. However, I don't think Tori is suitable for this group. So, but I think I need another healer, very powerful healer. So I'm gonna go for Arya. She can aim in a very specific location. Now, are there any other tanks? You see there's a lot of level 60s I have when I could be choosing level 70s. But what I could do instead is get rid of these legendaries and just go for healers. It's not the best idea, but you never know. So, because the healers will be the ones they will kill off first, but they might be able to be healed in the process, and more magic might take place. I mean, in terms of like the outcome of the game. So let's see how this works, and let's change the team to give them some defense like that. See how that works. And now this team can't survive. They couldn't survive. The magicians just went down. So this is not about having magicians at all, which is a shame. What we're left with is Panthera, who is great. Sasha, who can't sustain. Kurumi, who has summons. Aisha, who's a good healer. And I definitely need a Tori. But what else? And is there anyone else who can hold out? Lean cannot, but Kremhild would be good. Kremhild is a good choice, probably. But my Kremhild's only level 60. Still, it's one to think about in the future. Now, who am I going to have? What kind of team can I use? I think I will still keep Aisha and have a mini team. I think you need at least 8 to hold a stun. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now they need protection, but there's nothing much else I can do. It's just to hold out and waste time. Honestly, the choices are bad, completely bad. So what I might just do is just I might have no choice but to just stick lightning magicians on for the sake of it, just to take damage. Okay, so that's going to be my team, and I'm going to equip. In order to keep my morale high, I do need a plan B. Before I start, I will think, what am I going to do next if I lose? So for this team, I will go complete defense. I will take a guess that maybe there's some range evasion, which I didn't notice, but I will go on a defensive formation, but I think I'll keep them the same. On team 2 with the Amazons, I think if I am to lose, I think if I lose with the Amazons, then honestly, it will be a complete mess if I lose with the Amazons. I can't use archers, I can't use calves. I might do something bizarre You know what I might do? I might just use, I'll use Kremhild, but I might just have a team of healers. I might just use healers only and see how that works. And you know what I could do? I could put Mercedes on one team and just surround her with healers. That's it. And then the other team, I try and move them around. But I don't know. I think it's just kind of going from bad to worse, right? Anyway, so anyway, if I can beat this, then I can stop. I don't want to keep going. But these are my ideas. Actually, I just thought about it. If Shamak was on the team with Mercedes, that could help a lot. But I don't. But if Shamak dies, then what's the point? I think for this, there's going to be a lot of movement, a lot of positioning, perhaps. Look at that. This team has 3 summoners. That's how much defense I'm looking for. Honestly, I need more defense. I think if I had Empire Swords, I'd surround the team with Empire Sword units. Amazon Whippers, I'm just not happy with them. They're not strong enough. So, these are the problems we're facing. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so everything's ready. CP value 9999. CP value 768. So a huge difference in CPs. Okay, so let's see if I can... CP doesn't really matter, it's just who you choose. Alright, let's have a look. I can just repeat again if it goes wrong. So I'm going to be watching now. So team 2 goes left, team 1 goes right. The top units split. The bottom units don't really split, they all go for the left. So team 2 takes the most hits. Team 2 is in the biggest trouble. Therefore,